Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the ECC playoffs. And today, joining me is the absolute fantabulous Louis 2K. How you doing, buddy?
I'm all good. How are you doing, mate?
That was like a satisfying sound of.
It was a really nice can opening sensation sound.
It was
Pepsi Max.
Oh, sounds good. It doesn't beat a cup of tea though. Do you know what I mean? A cup of tea and a few.
Cup of teas are good.
Biscuits. I hope you guys got snacks.
Snacks are most important for today.
Yeah, you're in here for the longevity. But how you doing, buddy? It's been a little while.
I'm all good. I'm really looking forward to this. Someone just assumed this is an ASMR stream. I can assure you it's not. We are here for the playoffs, the first set of the playoff games for the ECC Season 3. I'm really looking forward to this. Genuinely, I always love coming here to cast, and to come back for the playoffs again is going to be so exciting. And we've got some good teams lined up as well.
Yeah, definitely. But first of all, we got to start off with this Division 3, and then tomorrow will be Division 2, and then next week Division 1 and Champions Division, and then the week after that is the Legends Division, and then the playoffs. But like you said, first we got to get today over and done with, and the match coming up is X2 Romania versus DSEA.
Apparently your mic's a bit quieter than me.
Is it?
Or I'm too loud.
Or you're too loud. Okay, hold on. Is this better now? I don't know.
That's much better.
Is this better? Yeah. Sweet.
Much better.
Excellent. So yeah.
I can give you some stats if you want, or some information I've got in terms of research. So, game 1 then, it's going to be X2 Romania, DSEA. X2, they've won 7 out of their 9 games, only 2 losses. DSEA, 6 wins, 3 losses. A fun fact I've actually found out, in their 6 games they've won, DSEA, they've only had 1 map which has been sort of a clean 3-0. And I feel like that might have some sort of impact today. So DSEA, only 1 game or 1 series which they've won 3-0.
Yeah, it looks
X2...
Like, I was going to say, it looks quite a tight match between all 4 of these teams here. Like, it's only like 1 win and 1 loss between the 2 teams.
Yeah, that's about it. X2, they've won their past 3 best-of-5 series. Their last loss, actually, was against this team they're playing today, DSEA. So, DSEA, they've had the upper hand in the matchup they've played before. DSEA, the only disadvantage for them, they've only won 2 out of their past 3 games, so that's still favourable stats going into this. I know Gabby, he's scored 27 goals for X2 this season. That's massive in like 7 series. I think it's Heine and Hunter who scored the most for DSEA, 19 goals. And the other interesting fact I found was DSEA, they're actually a little bit of a... they're a Dutch esports association, they call themselves, so they like to introduce esports and competitive gaming to the Dutch society and scene.
Oh, interesting. And it's typical, isn't it? We always want to try and get this underway, but there's always that one team that always wants to be the late markers to this team. But out of these 2 teams, who do you think's going to take this series? It's a best of 7, so it's quite a grueling task they've got to undertake themselves.
And to make it worse for themselves, they'll have to play another best of 7 straight after this for either if they finish 3rd or if they go to the finals. I'm going to favour, honestly, it's a really tough call. I want to say that maybe X2 might have this, because if Gabby's playing in this game today, 27 goals in the games he's played so far, that's a massive impact. And if he shows up today, it's going to be tough for DSEA, I think. So X2.
So you reckon X2 are going to take this team? And you know, I've seen DSEA play before. They can play well, and X2 obviously they're in their position that they are in because obviously they're the slightly better team. But I'm hoping for a DSEA win here today, and I think it'll be a close match. I'm hoping for like a 3-4. So I really like the Utopia Coliseum. It'd be nice to see that come out today.
That'd be great.
It would be great. So X2 for you. No, that's X2 for me. So we've got X2 for you and DSEA for me. And we want to see you guys get those predictions in. Who do you think is going to win here between X2 Romania and DSEA? But yeah,
I don't know. No, I was just gonna say I don't know if you're still super quiet or something.
It might be because I'm sort of trying to do everything else here, sorting
That's
out
fine.
everything because but it looks like everybody's in here, and yeah, we're going to get these two teams on our way, and yeah, it's going to be quite enjoyable. But guys, if you really enjoy what we do here at the ECC, please check out our links below. We got links to our Discord channel. We have our Twitter with that infamous hashtag ECC playoffs, and hopefully Louis 2K will be able to read some of them out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, don't forget it.
I forgot that.
We also have our links to our YouTube channel where you can see all the previous streams from the Twitch here. And also don't forget to hit that follow button. And if you're feeling generous enough, you can also hit that donate button where you can donate a little or as much money as you like, and hopefully you can bring better content here today at the ECC. But unfortunately, one of these teams have got to win. Unfortunately, one of these teams got to lose, but there's only one way to find out, and that's watch them battle it out. So unless you got something to add before we get into this, Louis 2K?
No, I think we're ready to begin.
Let's get on with it.
And I think, guys, we are ready to kick off this best of 7 series. It's X2 against DSEA, the first playoff game in Division 3. It's underway now. X2 on the blue team. Their opponents, DSEA, will be taking up the orange team. And early on, it's going to be Marius trying to at least push forward and get something. Just a slow little start for both these two sides in these opening couple of seconds. A chance potentially might have opened up there. Heidi and Hunter, what a chance early on. Gabby, he made a crucial save from the X2 point of view, and that's the first real chance. But DSA, they want these chances. They're trying to keep this opening little bit alive. Gabby again, a second crucial save, and that's 2 massive saves within 30 seconds from X2's point of view. And Gabby, he is just trying to push forward it, but can't do a lot more. The second shot, it's great by Mario Manius. I'm probably going to butcher that name so many times. That's him with that latest save, and off of this now it's Dexu trying to get some control and some momentum, trying to at least push forward at this stage here. Mario, he's going to get a little touch of the ball, centering it. Oh, good second touch, potentially could have come out there, but nothing quite going to be on the way. Then DSEA, they are going to push back, and a minute gone, a chance here for Hardian, but the second chance wasn't quite going to connect. Gabby, second touch, sorry, it's good, and X2 can't exactly push it a lot more. There's a chance by Mario Marnius, a great little save at the second attempt to keep the SEA still in this, still with the OO. He's going to get a little centered ball forward to the right hand side. Hylian, it's a great little center for his team to really work with the touch. Could have been better, but there's no touches coming out, and Hylian Hunter. This isn't Zelda. A chance, a centre, it's great, Gabby's shot, just going to hit the corner of the bar, and off of that, well, we saw at least Savage trying to push forward with that, and the ball isn't really connecting with anyone just yet, just back and forth play with the first 2 minutes played. That's Robert with the latest touch to try and centre it, but from X2's point of view, still nothing on the cards yet. Mario, that will be him making another good save from X2's point of view. X2, they are now trying to push forward. There's a great touch, a great ball forward to Gabby. They almost centered ball there. Could have favoured X2 massively, but it's so unlucky that X2 didn't have anyone in the centre, and DSEA, they survive a bit of a scare. Now trying to push forward, now trying to go forward, but Savage will just send the ball right back towards the X2 goal, and neither of these sides really able to keep control of possession quite swiftly or quite easily at this stage here. Mario, good little touch to work with. A great centre. The save by Hylian. It's good enough on the other side. And Rico Robert was trying to at least get a centre back on the other side, but nothing really coming out. Again, Robert tried to get a little ball centred in the opposing direction, but nothing just yet. Marinus just dribbling the ball, just trying to send it forward, trying to outplay two of them. He's beaten two of them. Hardy and Hunter a little too far away to really an intercept or go any further to save here. Savage didn't really have to do a lot there in that point of view. Hylian, he's scored so many goals. I want to find a goal early on here. The centre could have been there, but still, we're locked in at a 0-0 scoreline with a little under 100 seconds to go at this stage here. Hylian, Hunter need to clear this array. It could be centering Marnius, and Marnius will be knocking it away. Great little centre ball forward. Hyrule, Savage. They're trying to find the ball. They're trying to find the net. DSEA, they can't quite find what they need to, and Gabby will be passing it over towards Mario, who couldn't get the second ball, and if Maronius could have got a second touch there, he found something for DSA, but nothing quite yet. Still goalless. A minute to go, and neither of these sides really able to touch or find anything at this stage here. Savage. Oh, not quite going to be finding anything up for now. The demo not quite going to be in Mario's favour. Robert, tried to get the centre, tried to get the goal, but not quite going to be in his favour. Gabby, another centre, another chance, potentially wanted by X2 as a shot by Mario. It's going to hit the net, and just like that, X2 find themselves in the lead. A minute to go.
Yeah, and unfortunate there, all three players there just hanging in the corner, and Mario just punishes them severely by popping in the top right corner. And here's one goal to X2.
It really felt like it was coming from X2's point of view. They had so much pressure going in the DSEA side, and just an unfortunate defensive mistake there really led them to that goal. Now Mario's going to try and extend this lead, and X2, they've just got to hold on for about 40 seconds here. It's certainly not over. It's actually with chances like that. Sorry, a second save by Roberts, just denying DSEA of any chances whatsoever. And X2, they could break easily here. There's a shot, there's a chance, and Gabby, just like that's got a 2-0 lead in this first matchup.
Yeah, that's it. As soon as that first mistake came out, DSEA coming out with more mistakes, and X2 just punishing them severely with now bringing it to 2 goals with 30 seconds left. Hopefully DSEA can turn this around, but it seems quite unlikely at this moment in time.
30 seconds, but if they get a goal right now, they might still be in with a chance, but it's got to be an instant goal and instant impact. Rico Robert trying to at least get the centre, but nothing else for X2 at this stage here. Mario, his touch was good. It's kind of just denied DSEA with any chance to go forward. Gabby still wants a third here, and X2 still going to try and push and close out this game as quickly as they can here. Savage will just knock away the danger for now and trying to push forward. Surely nothing else left in this game here for DSEA. Gabby, his latest touch should at least clear out and deny any goal. Any response? Nothing else here, and just like that, X2 get game number 1 in their favour.
Yeah, well played to X2, getting those 2 goals within the last minute. And such a shame DSA were putting on the pressure, but unfortunately one of these teams have taken it away. Let's go.
X2 then, they've got the 1-0 advantage in this best of 7 series. It was a good start, and like I said, Gabby, he scored so many goals in this season so far, and he got the open goal in this little playoff game, and he's going to be a key player to really watch out for in this series. Game 2 will be underway now. Again, X2 on the blue team looking to try and get a 2-0 lead here, but if anything, it'll be DSEA looking to try and get a response, Celsius.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, DSA, they looked really strong to begin with. I mean, they were putting the pressure on, and the X2 were retaliating just as well. But just unfortunately, they fell a little bit apart towards the end. I think the pressure just got them a little bit too much. But yeah, there is a possibility that DSEA can turn this game around for them.
Gabby, a good little second touch ball to try and get the ball centred. The chance might have been there for X2, but a good little clearance denied them a chance of an early goal in the opening stages, and Savage's second defensive clearance will just deny that second touch there from X2. Rico Roberts wants to find a centre, if anything, just hitting the left-hand corner of the wall here, and the second touch not quite going to be in this favour. Good little shot there. Gabby just slotting it into the net, sorry. 1-0.
Yeah, Rico with the nice 50-50 against DSEA, and no one was there to collect the ball, and it looks like Gabling was just damaging the defense there.
Touch and kickoff does go in favour of DSEA. They got the first touch, but it was X2 who really got the second vital touch. There's a shot, a good little finish as well by Rico Roberts. A 2-0 lead, and it's DSEA who've really got to try and recover in the next minute or so.
Getting some good 50-50s from this X2 team, and then just really punishing them for that mistake. I mean, Rico, again, there. He seems to be quite in the plays here at the moment.
I was just watching that. It just felt like chaos going out of that kickoff there from DSEA's point of view. Harley and Hunter could have got the ball there. Not quite going to be in his favour for now. Mario, a good centre, a good shot almost came out of it, and the second touch could have been there. There was a player for X2 maybe so easily 3-0 there, but it's a good little clearance in the end by DSEA, and going down the other end, it's Rico Roberts. The rotations defensively have come in from X2's point of view, and that felt a little bit chaotic. Rico Roberts has been taking a little bit too much damage at this stage here, and well, not quite approaching the halfway mark, but it's the start which X2 have certainly hoped for, and DSEA, they've got loads of time to really try and commit and get back into this.
Yeah, definitely. They just need to slow the pace down a bit. Just bring it to their pace of the game instead of trying to rush and play what their opponents are trying to do. You know, give themselves a little bit more time, and hopefully they can give the chances that they need to be able to turn this around.
Good touch. Gabby just could have found the centre of the field there, but just couldn't quite connect. It's going to be Marius centering the ball for the DSEA side, but a little bit too heavy. It was a little bit too tough for Hardy and or Savage to really do anything there, and they're still trying to centre it. There's a little bit of a defensive mix-up here by X2, who in the end do clear that ground, but the clearance is certainly still here. The dangers could be alive here at the second attempt. Oh, X2 making a couple of really silly defensive mistakes, not really able to collect the ball, and there's a chance. Marius had to really find a shot there. Gabby, a really good 50-50 challenge and a good save coming up from that, and X2 now have to try and rotate forward, but a little bit of pressure from DSEA's point of view. The centre, it's good from X2. It's a great finish, potentially. Still not found the net. I don't know how on earth X2 haven't scored this. DSEA, they've done so well to clear that, and it almost felt like luck. Gabby, but a little bit too far away to really collect the ball from the aerial dribble. And now just a loose ball for one of these two teams to pick up. X2 do gain the shot, the chance by Rico just hits the corner, and Rico couldn't quite hit the second chance. Mario had to find something there. The defensive play by DSEA, it's good, and with 2 minutes to go, DSEA, they're certainly not out of this just yet, but they've got to try and collect and connect some of their passes together a lot more.
Yeah, definitely. I can see X2 just seem like the team that could take this game series here. You're seeing them just a little bit faster to the ball, and Hillian, you know, DSEA just seem a little bit too slow to take their chances. Like you said, they just need to connect those passes more, and you know, it could be their game, but they're just looking a little too slow on these touches.
DSEA, that felt that there should have been a goal there from that. It was almost an open net for them to work with, and they'll be kicking themselves that they didn't quite convert that chance then. They've got to find something now, or else X2 could really just take advantage here. Savage, a good little clearance away from that point of view, but X2, they're trying to keep this pressure and momentum on them. Marius, he'll try and get the ball centred. Rico Roberts with the 50-50 save, an easy enough clearance from X2's point of view, and with a minute to go, it's X2 who are really on course to get this 2-0 lead and might even want to find this free our third goal. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know about you or me. It just feels like DSE they just seem to give the ball away to X2, and they're just losing so much pressure from that. And then that's how X2 are just scoring. And then as we just say that, we just see an unfortunate miss save there from the defender from X2, and that just brings it a 1-goal deficit with 50 seconds left on the clock.
Really unlucky, but DSEA still have a chance in this fixture at this point of view. They've got 50 seconds. They've got so much time to at least take this to overtime. So the chance, and it's potentially their kickoff. Going to be picked up and collected by Manius. A good little shot, actually. A little bit of a sort of pinch came off of that in the end. And it's again DSEA having to clear their ground from an X2 chance early on. Highly, and that's a good little pick up to really work with here, but just a little bit too powerful for him to really build upon here. But still, there might be a chance here. It's Rico Roberts who has to just play this quite safely and quite steadily to make sure the ball doesn't find the back of the blue net. Gabby, who we prefer to at least get a little bit of a dribble in play. Wanted to get the second touch in the air, but just wasn't able to connect with it fully. And well, there were 10 seconds, surely nothing left here for DSEA to really get this equalising goal. It's X2 wanting this third goal, but surely nothing else comes of it. If they keep the ball up, they might have a chance, but surely that's over. And X2, they go 2-0 up. Welcome back then to game number 3. It's XO who have got the 2-0 series advantage at this stage here. DSEA, they've still got time in this best of 7 series to really recover and try and get at least a couple of goals and a couple of wins here. And early on, it will be DSEA hoping to find this opening goal. Goal?
It's Saturday morning, what do you expect, you know? But a good attempt there from Rico to try and get that ball on target, and a nice save there from DSEA.
X2 will be hoping to try and get this second an early goal in their favour. Mario, I don't know how he didn't win that. How did the Savage get a chance on that towards a goal? I don't know how on earth that happened, but it was a really powerful effort, which Gabby and XO did well to really clear away. And Gabby, he's had such a good impact in this series so far. Scored in both games, and we'll certainly be hoping to keep up that streak here in game number 3. Mario will just be trying to knock it away, but it's X2 who really are feeling the pressure at the defensive side. DSEA, they don't really have that many players going forward, but X2 pretty much had all 3 of the players back. Another good save. It's Mario's knocking away that little effort there. Mario's centre, it's good enough, and with a demo onto Rico Roberts, probably just clearing that X2 play. From that point of view, it's still X2 hoping to push forward. Gabby with the aerial play met well by Savage, and rotations going forward here for DSEA, and well, they're just being equally challenged by X2, and credit to X2 for really reading how their opponents are playing this.
Yeah, X2 trying to bring out the montage goals here. We saw that flip reset coming in, and then so they come in another again trying to get that ball around, but DSEA just, they're putting on really good pressure, but it just, like I said, they just seem to lose it as soon as they've had their go. It just seems that it's X2's turn and they just return it, and that's how they capitalise on these guys.
That was a good little touch, but from DSEA's point of view, it's not really good enough to really centre the ball that well at this point. Manius is just trying to keep control somewhat of the ball. Mario, I kind of feel he got lucky to really get that touch there, and Hardian just got to knock it away temporarily from DSEA's point of view, but X2 can just easily pick up these balls. Manius, he wanted something there just a little bit too high with his little aerial play there. His flip not quite going to connect. That 50-50 challenge is going to be favouring X2, and they're able to push forward here. What a goal, what a finish by Mario.
Yeah, Mario just being the stand-up player for X2 here currently, just it seems to be popping off. I don't know what he's had for his breakfast, but it seems to be working for him.
He's done well. And it's certainly the start which X2 have really been trying to build upon at this stage here. 2 series up. Or sorry, 2 goals up in this, or 2 goals? 2 games up in this series. I can't really get my words out this morning. DSEA, come on guys.
Not had your caffeine product today, have you?
Not had enough of it, obviously.
Yeah. I mean, caffeine is, it's just the fuel for the British people, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Like, and you wonder why there's stereotypes.
Good finish by Gabby there, just gonna tidy up Mario's little finish at that stage, and that was a really nice touch by both of them, in fact.
Yeah, just a quick 1-2, Mario pops it up to the ceiling, so the ball bounces down, and Gabby just there to finish it off, beating the final defender. And that brings it to 2-0 here with 2:20 left on the clock, and again X2 just looking really dominant. Hopefully they can match it in the finals if they're going to take this series.
Well, at this stage here, if they just hold on to this, they'll only need one more game to take themselves to the finals of the Division 3 playoffs, and that'll be a really good feat to go into this 4-0 up. And DSEA, it's certainly not over yet. If they get one goal at this point, they can at least try and get a comeback or try to turn the tails, as it were, from their point of view. But X2, they're keeping this momentum and they're keeping this pressure up, and at this point, I don't see anything stopping them. Harlian's going to try and centre the ball. Rico Robert, a good little clearance away at that stage. Not fully cleared here, and DSEA could try and find something off of this, but the loose ball isn't really favouring them, and they're struggling to really pick up these balls here. Gary, a good little centre forward. No one really there to knock it away into the net from X2's point of view, but that demo certainly not going to be in their favour. DSEA now going to try and at least keep possession. That's Hardian, trying to at least make sure that X2 can't retrieve the ball, and I can kind of see what DSEA are doing. They're trying to just make sure they're passing it in open spaces where X2 aren't playing, but X2 can just, they seem to be able to easily read this. And Gabby, another open net, another good chance, and just like that, X2 go 3-0 up.
Yeah, I don't know what Marius was doing there. I think he gone for a bit of a wide rotation and just left his net open, and we see him get punished for that. He was hoping for that boost to be there, but it wasn't. Unfortunately, he wasn't there in time to make it. And now that's 3-0 with 1 minute left on the clock. This looks like X2 could be taking this series and look like they'd be going to play in the winners bracket.
And in some sort of respect, it will be quite disappointing from DSEA. I think they finished 6th last season in this division, and they've made the playoffs this season, so they've done so well to really make it. Good finish by Rico, 4-0, XO go, and DSEA, are we saying goodbye to them?
It seems so, but it seems that they've done well. If they've managed to move up to 3rd position, obviously it shows that they're improving as a team, and obviously you can see that they're finally here in the playoffs, and they might not just turned up today, or you know, they could be doing that reverse sweep that I've always been hoping for. You know, I've never seen a reverse sweep here in the ECC, but hopefully today might be the day.
I'm acting like it's over, but it's completely not. If DSEA then go on to win the next 4 games, they've won this series, and it would be one massive comeback should they achieve it against a dominant X2 team who gonna just like that go 5-0 up, and it's again Gabby with the goal when that's him on a hat-trick.
Yeah, Mario, Gabby, and Rico really playing well as a team, just really fast to these balls, and that's something that DSEA are just struggling with. As soon as X2 get these balls, they're just popping them in, out, around about, shake it all about, do the okie dokie and turn around, and just DSEA.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah, that is just what it's all about. But DSEA just obviously doesn't their day to day, and it's such a shame, such a shame. All that effort they put in to get this far and just not turn up in the day.
Rico might try and at least get something more here. 6th goal, maybe not going to come up from X2's point of view. DSEA, just clear it. Just please play it safe and clear the ball. That's all you have to do at this stage here. Orain used the Twitter hashtag ECC playoffs, and he was predicting that X2 would beat DSEA, and so far he's on course to get that prediction right.
Yeah, definitely. You can see, I don't know if you noticed, but I've got that little hashtag ECC playoffs in the corner there. I don't know if you've noticed.
I saw it. It was really nice.
I know, it's quite a pretty little thing. It's got that little bird that goes tweet, tweet, and next to it is hashtagging ECC playoffs. So guys, don't forget to use that because we want Louis to read some of those tweets out here on the stream.
Fourth game and potentially the last game in this series. It's X2 3-0 up in the series, looking to go and make this 4-0 up. But DSEA, come on, the chat wants a reverse sweep. We want a reverse sweep, and now's maybe the time to really try and break it out. Mario, an early little breakaway just to try and stop the DSEA aggression and possession early on. Gabby, a good little clearance at that stage there. Oh no, that's horrible. You hate to see that. X2 1-0 up.
Yeah, technical fault there by Marinus. Just a little bit eager to get to that ball. I think just had the patience. I just saw Rico. He tried to attempt to go for that touch, but unfortunately went wide. And Marinus had all the time in the world to save that ball. But the technical fault there with the Phil's backflip, man. And unfortunately that concedes into a goal here in favour of X2.
That's so sad that just has to happen early on. DSEA, they can't let that keep them down. They've now got to try and push on and try and get a goal back ASAP. Hylian just going to keep watching the ball and just going to try and get it down. If anything, it just sets up Savage to send the ball forward and wants a second chance. And there's an open net here for DSEA to work with. Still can't find the net. Gabby, he's been a key player in this series, makes the net crucial save. Mario now just trying to go of the air juggle. Wanted something to happen, but it's not quite going to work out. Again, DSEA, a chance potentially. Rico, again, this time at the back to knock away the little chance, and the aggression by DSEA, it's good. I like this possession and the aggression they've gone for, but they're just unable to find the net. Or X2, their defense, it's just so on point at this stage here. 3:45 on the clock here. What do DSEA need to do, Celsius? Oh!
Exactly that. They just need to be there for the ball. Do you know what I mean? Like, the thing I find with these lower teams, like they put the pressure on and then they just leave the ball and just give it back to the opposition. Instead, you don't actually need to go all the way back to pick up boosts. You know, that's the whole point. You have those little small boost pads. You can pick up a couple of those. You got a 36, 48 boost. You know, and that's plenty enough to turn this game around. And that's how you keep the pressure up.
Come on, DSEA, you've got the first goal. Now they can try and build off this now. And well, I'm not gonna say it was a mistake earlier, but if they found that goal, they might be in the lead at this stage here. X2, they're keeping the pressure on, and it's a mistake again by the X2 defense, and Marnius this time will be the player to find the net, and DSEA, they're in the lead.
Yeah, nice attempt there, but Gabby just committing into the middle of goal, just needs to rotate to that back post, and that wouldn't have conceded for them, and now DSEA turn this game around.
Rico will just knock away that little touch there. One of the X2 players was just complaining about the weather. I mean, they're not British, I don't think.
I mean, if you're not British and you don't complain about the weather, you might as well just go to a different country. Sod off, we don't need you. We want the people to complain about the weather, you know. Is it too hot? Yeah, it is too hot. Is it too cold? It's too cold. Even when it's in the middle, you know, it's like, oh, it's still too cold, it's too hot.
I'll be honest, DSEA, they've surprised me. They've woken up at the right time, and they're now going to try and push forward and try and get a third goal here. Crucial, really, demolition onto Mario there. Marnius is now going to try and push forward. A good sets of passes and possession. It's good from DSEA, and while they can't quite find the final touch, it's some good momentum. It's a great shot by Gabby down the other end, and really X2, they want the 4-0 clean sweep here. They want to try and close out the game, and Gary's certainly going to try and keep this possession up now. He's scored in all 4 games so far. He wants to keep his side in this, but DSEA, they might be back in this. A chance potentially might have come out there towards the goal, but X2 again cleared that ground down the other end. It's going to be a touch, a great touch. Gabby's found the goal, and we're equalised in this series.
Again, Mario and Gabby just doing the 1-2. Mario pops up. Gabby already up in the air, reads the ball off the ceiling, and makes it an equaliser here with just under half the game left to go. DSEA looking like they're struggling a bit.
X2, is this now where they respond and try and regain the lead? DSEA will certainly not, hope not, and that was a crucial touch away, but the danger is still alive to some extent here from the DSEA point of view. They just have to try and clear the ball here. Gabby, he's near the goal mouth. He really wants to find a goal here, but this time we'll have to back away. X2, they're rotating back. The pressure, the pushing forward momentum from DSEA, it's not quite going to lead to a goal, but they're keeping this pressure alive here, and that touch or the shot just a little bit too wide here. Savage, he'll recenter the ball here. Hardian, he's there, couldn't quite find the touch, or what he had to do was at least pinch the ball, at least send it forward somewhat, and down the other end Rico will send the ball, but it's going to be in favour of DSEA once again. 2-2 approaching 90 seconds now. It's close, and I don't quite know who's going to take this match.
Yeah, seeing DSEA putting on good pressure. Savage getting the ball forward, but no one there from his teammate to follow up. And now we're seeing them struggling to get the ball around. And X2 just trying to take control of the situation. Mario pops it over to Rico, but Rico gets beat by one of the defenders.
Marius, they'll now try and push forward here. DSEA, they've got a minute to try and gain a goal to keep themselves in this series. Gabby instead, though, he's got other plans. He wants to centre the ball, and while it wasn't the cleanest of clearances away from DSEA, it's X2 still trying to push forward. Mario, he's going to rotate back for now just for safety. DSEA, they're pushing forward. The goal might have been there. Mario, there was 2 players defensively looking to clear the ball away, and X2, they will clear it in the end. And pushing forward now, it's Gabby who wanted to find the second touch, which just wasn't quite going to connect. Mario, again a centre ball, a loose ball. DSEA, they could find the net here, but can't quite find the touch they need. The second shot, it's good by Hylian, just the corner of the bar, just going to be hit there. And Mario now going to try and push forward. DSEA, they've got to rotate backwards, and they've got players here back at least. X2, it feels like they're struggling, or rather DSEA have turned up the right time, and a third shot might be here, or a third goal. There's 20 seconds. I don't know who's going to take this, Celsius.
I don't know, but it was a nice little fake there from Mario. Beats one of the defenders, but Savage nicely blocks him in the way, and now we're seeing the 1-2 touches here from these guys. But like you say, yeah, it's difficult to say. We've got 7 seconds left on the clock. They must be feeling the pressure. X2 want this game because they know they're going up to the winners bracket, playing for that promotional playoff. But yeah, it's anyone's game here right now. 2-2 and first overtime of the series today. This X2 or DSEA, who's going to take it?
To some extent, Hylian Hunter really hasn't turned up. He scored the most goals during the during regulation season for DSEA, but sadly just hasn't quite found a goal here. An early goal, mate! I've been there for Hylian, just as we were speaking of him, but it was a massive save by Mario, and for now, X2 will survive and clear their ground, but Hylian, he's trying to keep this pressure alive. He really wants DSEA to win this series, and so do lots of people in Twitch chat. Rico will just knock it away for now, and DSEA, they're going to keep this pressure alive. They're rotating and sending all these balls into the net, and that's a massive touch by Gabby. The second attempt not quite going to connect from X2's point of view, and DSEA, they're so lucky that they're still alive in this game. They're now going to try and push forward here, but the second ball in by Rico is going to keep X2 alive in the attacking point of view here. A good little touch, and that was massive there. No one here, and how on earth did they clear that? DSEA, they're doing so well. Rico should have done massively better there. Hylian Hunter might have an open goal, might have a chance, but Mario will knock it away after a minute gone of overtime.
Astronomical saves coming out from X2 and DSEA. We just saw an open net opportunity there for Rico, but one defender from DSEA nicely blocking the shot. But then obviously we saw it return the favour with the counter shot there from DSEA. And this could be an opportunity for them. Hylian Hunter, like you said, was the top scorer for these guys, and he finally does it for the team, and they're going to feel ecstatic about that. They're not over yet. They still got another 3 games to go, but that's a grueling task for DSEA.
Well, they've got themselves 1 game. 3 more. They're still in this.
Yeah, reverse sweep coming. Whoop, whoop.
Game 5 of 7. Go on.
No, you go.
DSEA, well, go on.
I was going to say, it's just one of those things, you know, it's like, this is what British people are good for, you know. No, you go. No, you go. No, yeah. I insist. You go.
Well, the Samurai963 on Twitter said ECC, #ECC playoffs, reverse sweeping round question mark. Well, it's certainly what DSEA will be hoping for. They've got the first game in the bag. They've got to get themselves 3 more, but X2 know that they need 1 game to win the series and take themselves to the finals. They're on the blue team, DSEA on the orange team, and early on here it's going to be DSEA trying to find this opening goal, but the clearances and the calm defensive play by X2 are just keeping us at bay, keeping us on edge for now again. But defensive mix-up there means Hydian will be the player to knock the ball away from DSEA's point of view. We've got Mario, great second centre. X2 didn't quite have the players there to connect with anything, but that's a great second touch as DSEA now send the ball forward. But they're not overly rotating yet. They're not fully committing forward yet, and so they shouldn't. So second touch gone forward here at this stage here. Hydian Hunter looking for the centre. It's instead Robert with the save from the X2 side. A second chance hit. Marnius almost found the goal and almost found the back of the net, but just not quite connecting. Hydian for now will just fall back. Savage will make the crucial save, and it's a back and forth start yet again, Celsius.
Yeah, definitely. And this is something, like I was saying earlier, I noticed that X2, they just have a habit of controlling the ball and Gablin getting a nice little tap over the last 2 defenders. But this is something I noticed, the difference between X2 and DSEA. Like X2, when they get the ball, they just control the ball and they take their time, and then when they have the opportunity, they get the ball out and then they're quick to the ball. Whereas DSEA, to me, it just feels like they're just slamming that ball for the sake of slamming it. They're not reading what their opponents are doing. And then I think that's why X2, that's why I think you got your prediction right here. I think X2 are going to win this, and I think that's the reason why, because they're reading their opponent better and they're taking the time when they don't need to slam that ball away.
They've done that all series. I felt like that's been a key thing in sort of what's going to help them win potentially this series here. DSEA, if they get 1 goal, they can keep themselves in this series so far, and they did it just now. They'll be looking to do it again on this arena, and it's going to be DSEA now looking to try and get some passes together. The centre could be in here for DSEA, and the shot not quite going to connect. The second chance is good, and Hydian's got one back, and it's the response which DSEA needed.
Yeah, after those grueling first 3 games from DSEA, they finally turning it around for themselves. I mean, maybe that's what they needed. Maybe they just needed motivation, 3 games down. Let's try and win the next 4.
That was really good placement on that shot there. I'm just quoting what Twitch chat shared because it was true. It was right. Savage. That was almost a long-range shot there which connected. Rico will be the player to knock it away, but DSEA, they want to keep this pressure alive, but they've now got to rotate back because pushing forward, go X2 Mario. His shot, it's good, and there's just no one there really to knock it away, and X2 regain the lead.
There was a defender, Marinus, just needed to wait at that back post, just a little bit too eager to get to that ball. If he just waited there at that back post, that ball would have just come straight for him. He could have got a great clear, but just boosting up gives him a little bit less time to react to the ball. In this case, ends up in a goal in favour of X2.
And X2, they've won a 3rd goal at this stage here. That was a good touch by Gabby, just hitting the back ball, not quite going to connect with any of his teammates for now. And now Savage can really push forward here. Not quite an open net, but a certain chance here. Marinus will be the player to knock it in, and DSEA will equalise.
Yeah, 2-2, 2 minutes and 30 seconds. A high-scoring game, this one. Hopefully DSEA can turn it around and they can get that extra game in, and it just means they have to go for another 2 games. A grueling task. Hopefully their mentality is strong and they can take it all the way.
To some extent, X2 need a good mentality as well, not to really let loads of games slip at this point. And if you start to lose 3 games in a row, well, maybe your momentum and maybe your mindset can fall, and that's what needs to be strong here from X2 and DSEA's point of view as well. They had another shot at the end there. Savage, he'll be the player to send to it, but 2 players at the back there from X2 just trying to make sure it's cleared away. Maybe not communication on point there, but there's a chance. Hydian's found it going for the first time in this series. DSEA have the lead. Yeah,
the momentum shift has gone in favour of DSEA. Hydian Hunter there, nicely catching the ball, puts it in the middle goal. 1 defender on the wall, just badly placed, and 3 goals to 2, 158. DSEA changing it.
It's certainly not over yet, and if DSEA score a 4th here, they're certainly in pole position to really take this matchup here. And early on, it's going to be X2 trying to at least get a response goal. They're trying to recover something there, and they've got a chance. It was Mario trying to find a goal, but Marinus will be the player to knock it away from DSEA. And now they're going to push forward. Now they're going to aggress Savage. It's a great centre, almost in favour of DSEA. Heidi and Hunter just a little too far away to really connect. The chance and the effort there. Gabby, oh, he tried to make a play all by himself. Wasn't to be, and he won't be able to do much more of that. DSEA now going to try and push forward here. They've got 120. They'll want this fourth goal here. Rico Roberts going to deny him of that little chance. And if anything, it's a centre in some respects, Rex. And winning a crucial 50-50 challenge in the air. Now there's a chance another centre could have come in there, and DSEA, they're going to really try and live off this chance here. But X2, they had all three of their players back, and they need to keep all three of those players back, because DSEA, they're sending in chance after chance, and X2 now going to try and get Gabby all alone. It's a centre, it's perfect, and Mario and X2 respond.
Again, this killer duo, Mario and Gabby, just nicely popping a 1-2 touch again, and they're the dominance of X2 here, and it's just working out for them. It's just unfortunately beating the defenders of DSEA, and that's 3-3 with 52 seconds on the clock. Well, it's going to be a close game. Hopefully we get that close game that people win. And oh no! Savage just beaten by Rico.
This surely isn't where it ends for DSEA. Surely not. They've got 48 seconds. They've got time for an equaliser, and they had the lead. It's X2 who have recovered, and Rico will be the player with that massive goal, which could at least send X2 through to the finals of this game. DSEA will certainly hope not, and Savage early on will just try and keep control of possession, but we'll lose that 50-50 challenge. But ball and possession retained by DSEA. The aerial attempt going to be won by X2 then. Trying to push forward here. If X2 score a goal at the end here, it's over. And that's what I fear massively for DSEA. They've got 30 seconds to get one goal for overtime. They've now got to try and make it work out. Savage, he'll win the first. It's a second touch forward, which is almost won by DSEA's point of view, but not really going to aggress anyway. Hardy and Hunter centres the ball. In some respects, DSEA can find the goal, and they've got it. Savage will score. We're 4-4, and we're tied up yet again.
Yeah, 17 seconds left on the clock. Hillian Hunter, nice pop onto the backboard. Unfortunate touch there for the Mario on the wall. Tries to get the block, but Savage nicely pops it under the crossbar. 17 seconds left. This is anyone's game. X2, if they win this, they go to the winners bracket, and they will be playing for that playoffs. And unfortunately, if DSEA don't win this, they'll be going for that third or fourth place spot. But who knows?
Oh no, good save by Marinus, and that was Gabby again looking to find a goal. Rico's going to try and recenter it. The ball, it's Luton. That's a massive clearance from the DSEA, and we might just be going to overtime here. Savage will centre the ball to touch, not going to connect with anything, and we've got overtime. A massive game. X2, if they score one goal, they're through to the winners bracket. DSEA, if they win this, we'll be doing it all again in the sixth map.
Yeah, definitely. It's such a tight series between these two. Like, DSEA just looked really uncomfortable in those first few games, but now after those first few games, they've warmed up and they're really retaliating to what X2 are doing here. You know, X2 really fast to these balls, but mistakes are coming out from these guys, and
yes,
DSEA getting a nice touch, final touch here in the 23 seconds of this overtime. Henry Hunter pops up a nice demo from Savage as well. Was all it took. And we're going into game 6. Here between these two teams.
This isn't over by any means. X2, one game they need. DSEA, if they win this, it's a deciding game, and this will be a horrible lead for X2 to throw away. They need one game. Let's see if they can do it next up. Game 6. This is massive. If DSEA win this, we'll be going to a decider game. X2, they need just one goal and this win to really take themselves to the final. It would have been a massive task to really make it to the final. Hylian's found the opening goal. DSEA, they've got what they need.
Yeah, one goal within the first 9 seconds. I wouldn't hold your breath yet, Louis. You know, 9 seconds to score. We've still got that entire match to play. But X2 defense really shocking in this first 9 seconds, especially after kickoff.
I will admit, there's so much time for X2 to really recover here. And they will have to be forced to defend in the early stages here. Marnus will be the player to try and get a centre ball. Savage, he'll instead get a centre going. And Mario will be the player to noggle away, but only as far, once again, as DSEA's Marinos. Hylian Hunter just trying to control and gain ball control. And X2, they're struggling to really keep possession in these stages. Savage, he'll centre it. It was a setup almost in favour of Hylian Hunter, but still, it's DSEA who retain this lead, and they want to push forward. They want this second goal here. X2 haven't really turned up just yet, and there's a chance for X2. The back of the net is found by Rico's shot, and we're tied up at 1-1.
Yeah, an unfortunate push up there from third man from DSEA, and Rico, a nice clear over the top of him, and that's, like you said, 1-1. And we're just returning the mistakes there time and time again. DSEA, the defensive errors here. I know we had really good saves there from the last match in the last 30 seconds. Or it felt like 30 seconds. It felt a lot longer to me personally, but yeah, DSEA, their defensive errors just need to be looked at.
Marinos was trying to at least control the ball in the air. That's a good little dribble over Hylian Hunter. And there's DSEA in the sort of scary stages here. And it's just evident there. Rico's found a goal with 2-1 up in favour of X2.
Yeah, Rico just beating all 3 defenders of DSEA. I mean, they're coming in, cutting underneath the ball. If he just rotated round to back post, that would have been an easy save for them. But just getting caught off position.
Gabby, yet to find a goal for X2 in this game so far. He's scored in all of the games in this series up to this point and might be looking to keep the streak going. DSEA, they want to recover something here, and they had the 1-0 lead, but they've slowly given it up in some respects, and Hylian Hunter's trying to at least try and find something back here, and it's X2 on the aggressive side here. Now a rotation wanted here for X2. They do try and push forward here, but the chances aren't quite going to connect for now. Savage, an open net, almost awoken. Gabby needed to clear that. Mario instead, there was a lack of communication there. It felt like it almost cost them a second goal in favour of DSEA, but X2 certainly going to keep themselves with the lead in their favour, and they're still going to try and push forward for a third goal here.
Yeah, Rico is just so fast to these balls. It's amazing how... Do you know what I mean? Like here, precisely.
Yeah.
And he's so quick. Like as soon as something opens up, he's like, boom, there, boom, there. And yeah, like again here, it's another goal. 2 goals he's already scored in this season, in this series. Sorry, and, you know, that's just punishing DSEA. 3 minutes left and 3-1 to X2.
Oh, it's certainly not over yet. We saw what happened in the football. If anyone watches it, you saw all the comebacks in that, and we still have a comeback possible here. Hylian Hunter making a save, or his shot being saved by Mario on the orange side. And you know what, DSEA, they found another goal back. It's Marinos against the run of play, and there's goal number 2 for the DSEA side.
Yeah, Marinos, Hylian Hunter wanted that ball, but he left it for Marinos, and he was quite right to Marinos getting that 1 goal deficit up to in their favour. So 1 goal is left between them between 2 minutes and 56. 3-2 in favour of X2 here currently. X2, if they take this game, they are through to the winners bracket. If DSEA, if they get this, it's 1 more game they got to take if they want to get to that winners bracket. But still 2 minutes 43 left on the clock. It's anyone's game here.
Another chance going forward here. It's Gabby's shot, which is saved massively by Savage, and any chance has been thrown by the X2 aggressive side towards DSEA are just being blocked. Rico can't do anything, and there's an open net for X2 to potentially find something in. It would have been Gabby with that shot as well, who's made so many massive goals in this series, and he's trying to keep this up here, but DSEA, they're certainly not giving up in this series, and they're going to try and give this another chance here. Don't know what happened there, but that almost was costly. Hylian Hunter's shot saved massively by Mario. And Rico just trying to get control of the ball. He can't, and it's ECC trying to find some sort of goal, some sort of entry into the net, and they can't quite convert anything. A second chance, it's there, and it was almost tapped in. I think it was tapped in by Mario, wasn't it?
It looks like it. We'll have to see here. Marinos off the wall, bounces down. Hylian Hunter tries to get the dunk, but Mario, the unfortunate redirect into goal. He's there trying to save that ball, but it doesn't work out. 2 minutes. It's equal here at the time. And hopefully, it's just nuts, isn't it? It's absolutely nuts between these two teams.
If you have just joined us, X2 were 3-0 up in this series. Oh, what a reaction by Gabby, actually. 4-3 to them, and what a reaction that was.
I definitely have. I've got a drink here. It's not the fact that I've drunk it all. It's all over the floor because it's an exciting game here between these two teams. But Rico just really punishing these teams.
X2, they really want to win this. They were 3-0 up, as I was saying just now, and it's almost at 3-3, and we could be going to a decided game here if DSEA find themselves another goal. Savage's shot early on won't quite connect to anyone, and despite an open goal, X2 can't exactly progress or find anything off of that. They're still trying to progress forward here, but Hardy Hunt will be the player to knock it away. It meets his teammate Marinus and trying to get something in play. It was Mario trying to at least clear it away. DSEA, they're trying to find these loose balls, and they're getting close to finding the net, and they might have a chance here. Savage, his shot will be knocked away by Rico, and once again, it's going to be X2 trying to aggress and rotate forward on the counter-attack. They want something that there's no one really in the centre of the net. They're going quite aggressive. They're 40 away. Oh no! How do they clear that? Marinus will make the crucial save. I thought that was going in.
Yeah,
X2,
me too.
They want this fifth goal, and they're still not going to find it.
Yeah, I thought that was it. All over for DSEA, but a nice little save. Was it Marinus? It was Marinus who came in and saved it. Did it pop over Marinus?
It popped over him, I think.
Oh, it's so close, and I thought that was it. I thought it was all over. DSA just managed to bring it up after those two phenomenal games, to bring it back to try and get that game 7 in, but so close, so close.
DSEA, they're going to push forward here. There's a chance and a shot potentially, but X2, they had all three of their players back defending. 30 seconds here. DSEA, they need a goal to really take themselves to that decided game, but that might be it. It's X2 who have found the fifth. They're looking to go to the finals. There's 24 seconds here for DSEA to score 2.
A nice clear off the backboard from Mario. Unfortunate misread there from the third man in DSEA. Just needed to rotate round and he could have easily saved that, and that wouldn't have been 5-3. But 24 seconds left on the clock. It's a bit difficult to tell. They could do it. They could turn this around for them, but I think it might be all over. I think you're right. I think you got your prediction right in this time. And yeah, 5-3 to X2.
One last shot, potentially by Gabby. He scored a 6th. That's over. They're through to the finals. X2. They put up a really good fight here, and it almost was a clean sweep on the cards for DSEA. It's so unfortunate. X2, they're looking to win this 4-2, and they've just done it, I think.
Yeah, well played to these two. Well played to both of these teams. DSA just bringing it out for the last two series, but unfortunately their mistakes were not in their favour. But here we are, X2 taking this series 4-2. Well done to these guys. A nice turnaround for DSEA, like we said, in games 4 and 5. But unfortunately, one of these teams have got to win. So X2 would be promoting up to the winners bracket. DSA, unfortunately, will be fighting off for 3rd or 4th place. And the one against the matchup between the two teams that will be coming up soon. And Louis, who's going to be playing next?
Well, coming up next, we do have Redwater Tidal Waves against Meteor. And you'll have to correct me if I'm wrong here. Doesn't Timmy Toe play for Meteor?
Timmy Toe does play for Meteor. One of our staff here at the ECC. He's a moderator, and hope you get to see him shine in this matchup. But yeah,